Hello everyone, thank you for joining us today. Myself Saitej, I'm a data engineer at Boolean Data Systems, a Snowflake service partner focused on building modern, scalable data platforms. Today, we are excited to showcase our auto data pipeline application for Snowflake. I am joined by Anuj, the engineer who led the development of this application. Anuj, thank you for being here. Let's get started.
Thank you, Saitish. I'm looking forward to walk you through the capabilities of the order data pipeline and showing it how it can fit into your existing Snowflake environment. This solution enables teams to seamlessly connect to S3, configure stages, preview files, info schemas, and load data into Snowflake with a guided UI-driven experience. Over the next few minutes, we'll walk through how this tool simplifies onboarding new data sources, standardizing ingestion patterns, and reduce the time it takes to move from raw files to analytics-ready tables.
Great. Let's dive into the demo.
Okay, I'll just share my screen. Please confirm. Yeah, is my screen visible?
Yeah, it is.
So this is the home page of the auto data pipeline application I was talking about. So below that I gave you four metrics here. So this is it just tells you the amount of buckets you have, the stages you configured for the buckets, these are files you selected, and the ready status for the files to move. So here, as you can see, the buckets are nothing but your S3 buckets which you have configured. This is fairly a small initial setup which requires you to configure the storage integration of the bucket. And in the storage integration, the allowed number of locations, you can see it as buckets here. So right now I have one bucket which I have configured in the storage integration. The staging here, what we need is, you need an external stage to see the files which are inside the bucket. So here I have a stage which is associated to this bucket, created and ready. So the first part of the application, the bucket and storage configuration, you can see here. I have just only this bucket, and if you have external any other buckets, you can see here in the drop down and select them. See, this is in the ready state because I have a stage configured to it. If you have a bucket which is not configured, you can select get into a in progress state. So here you can see you'll have a access menu which comes to say like create stage for the bucket. If you click on the create stage, then it will automatically list the files inside the bucket. Right now I have a configured bucket, so it is in the ready state. So we can move on to the next part of the application. So next is the file browser here. So this file browser is a typical file browser we have. So here you can see the root. This is the folder location we are in, and these are the folders in that location, and these are the files in that location. Right now we are in the root, so in the root stage we have these files and these folders. So for this demo purposes, we'll try to load IncreCheck folder. So inside the IncreCheck, as you can see, we have 3 files. So if I select a file, you'll get a chunk large file setup directly after selecting a file. This is nothing but, some files are more than 250 MB. Right now, Snowflake recommends us to have a file size of 250 MB in the compressed format, which is better for parallel processing, easy loading of files, or optimization of the searches. So right now, if I have a larger file, I'll just show you an example for it. I have a larger file. So if I go into load, see, this is the 500 MB file I have in my S3 location. So I wanted to split it into 2 parts. See, this is 500 MB, right? So if I click split via glue, this is actually using a glue service in the background if you want to split it. So right now it tells me that I have a 511 MB file, and this will load into the chunks folder which will be created in this address location. So I ran the split, so it will run the glue job. And while this gets completed, I'll just show you the rest of the application and we'll come back to this. So coming back, see, I came into that folder and I clicked on the albums part 1. See, I want to load the part 1 file. This is a small file, I know it, so I don't want the splitting of it. So the next part would be the file format section. So here you can create a new file format if you want. I gave you 2 types here, CSV and JSON. You can create the file format for which you are loading. And I also gave you the additional option which you required while creating a file format if you want to edit or configure them. can configure them. Or else I'm good with this query. So I don't want to create a new file format. I have existing CSV file format. So I have this and the CSV file format without header. So I'll go with the CSV file format. So this is nothing but this includes the header also. We are not skipping any rows. So right now I can see a preview in our next section of that file we selected. So as you can see, I have the header here, header row here, and the columns are starting. The header row is considered as a column in this file. So I want to make that as a header. So if I check this up, see the first row of the file goes into the header column and the header is configured. Right now this table is looking good for me. So we can move on to the next part. The next part is the schema definition. So as you can see, if I make the first part header, you can see the columns are here and the sample data it is taking here. So taking the samples, it will give you a suggested format of what should be the data type. See, right now I'm happy with the schema. If you want, you can just double tap the type you want to finalize. And here you can see the rest of the types if you want to change it. Like if you want to change this to any other thing, you can just press it and change the schema of it. Right now I'm happy with this schema, so I'll just click on prepare schema here. So the schema is prepared successfully. The next part would be the target table, where we are loading exactly. So here you can see the list of databases you have in the account. So I want to check the Auto Data Pipeline database, and the next part is the schemas. So I'll select the auto schema where I want to create it. The next part would be the using the existing table or creating a new table. If you use the existing table, the data is automatically appended to this. And right now we are creating a new table, right? So we'll create a new table with the name T1. When I press on enter, it will give you a create option. Yeah, so the table T1 is created. I just want to confirm if it is how it is created. So you can go into the Snowflake database section. Go into the schema, tables. See here you can see the T1 table we created just now. So if I do a data preview, right now it did not load any data. We just gave it a create table syntax with this column. So the columns are perfectly created and the data preview has no data. The next part would be obviously loading the data of the file we selected. The next part, coming to the next part, you can see the number of files you have selected, the column it has, and the ready status if it's ready to load. So it's ready, so we can load the data. If I press on the load files, all files have been loaded. So this should accurately copy the data into here. So if I refresh it, see you can see the data is loaded with just the UI steps. So coming back, the next part would be obviously we can see two other files here. The two other files you need not load them manually, or if you have any upcoming files you want to drop in, which will drop into this location, you need to have a Snowpipe configuration here. So the next part is the Snowpipe automation. So this automatically creates a pipe for you. You just need to select the file format. The pipe name will be the pipe T1 CSV. So as all these files have a header associated with it in the first row. So if I want the next files to skip the header and load the data into this existing table, I'll select a file format which excludes the header or the first row. So I'll go with the CSV without header format, and then I'll create a pipe. Yeah, so the pipe is created. So the next part would be the creating the event notification if you want to configure the pipe. So whenever a file is added there, it will automatically take the file and load it, append it to the table we created. So you need not create a separate table for each time or come back and load manually selecting a file. So the Snowpipe has been created for us. If I go back and refresh, see I can see the pipe T1 created for us. This is the definition of the pipe, automatically taken. So whenever a file is added into the folder, it automatically loaded to it. So this will be about the auto data pipeline. So on the first time, we selected two files here. We selected a file which is of a large MB. So as you can see, if I come to that folder, you can see the chunks folder here. If I go and press on the chunks folder, so you have three parts. One is 250 MB, 250 MB, and the rest 13 MB is loaded into this. So likewise, you can split the data each time into 250 MB chunks and it will load it here. So this is about the auto data pipeline stage.
Yeah, this has been a very insightful walkthrough, Anuj. Any closing thoughts for our organization considering this solution?
Yeah, absolutely. The auto data pipeline is designed to bring consistency, transparency, and control to your Snowflake ingestion process. Whether your stakeholders are engineers, architects, or business users, the app provides a clear visual way to discover S3 data, define schemas, and operationalize data loading into Snowflake.
Thank you, Anuj, and thank you everyone who joined us today. If you're looking to streamline your S3 to Snowflake ingestion and reduce manual effort, we invite you to start using the auto data pipeline and see the impact on your delivery timelines and data reliability. Thank you.